Hello everyone, welcome to another video talking geeky stuff with me. Today is going to be a video about The Grey Man and my thoughts and a review. So I just literally watched this about half an hour ago. Quickly put this PowerPoint up and talk about my thoughts and a review while while it's still fresh in my mind. So before we go on, there will be spoilers. So you have been warned, there will be spoilers. 3, 2, 1, you have been warned. Let's go. Okay, like I normally do, anybody who follows my videos, not many days, of course. Hopefully, you subscribe after this. But I like to play the trailer while I talk over it. Here's the trailer. So this is on Netflix now. Just had time to watch it today. Came out July 22nd, so just a few days ago. So what did I think about it? So before I go into it, what I can say is I do like the cast. I like the cast, Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, and Ana de Armas. Hope I pronounced that right. Directed by the Russo brothers. They're famous for the Marvel stuff. Captain America, Civil War, Winter Soldier, the last two Avenger movies, Endgame, Infinity Wars, massive films. And yeah, so the two directors are probably at their peak at the moment. They can probably demand anything. Speaking about demanding anything, this film is about $200 million. I think I read it somewhere saying that it's Netflix most expensive film. Well, let's get into the film itself. First, I like to say I actually enjoyed it. It's not amazing. It's good. Like I said, the cast is great. I love Chris Evans. I think Chris Evans steals the show, to be honest. Ryan Gosling plays your kind of typical kind of action hero, kind of a combination of James Bond, Jason Bourne, Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hunt, sorry. Ethan Hawke, Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible. So he has all of those spy cliches into one character. I've always liked Ryan Gosling's a great actor. He's never reached a peak though, to be honest, but he's a good actor whenever he's in a film. I do look forward to watching his films. Yeah, so it starts off in 2003. Billy Bob Thornton is in prison with Ryan Gosling and just talking about what you're doing, what you did. Billy actually agrees with him. You find out later on what he did, and he wants to hire him, part of the CIA. Part of the project he's doing, the Grey Man or the Grey Man, where the CIA has to get people to come in and clean their mess up, supposedly, like government assassins. So, Ryan Gosling, he agrees to it, and fast forward to today. They are in Bangkok to do a hit about some rogue agent stolen some data and stealing to the highest bidder. They need to retrieve it and assassinate that person before the transaction. So speaking about, when I said going to Thailand, I think this is probably Russo Bros trademark now, where they have these big bold words like Bangkok, Brussels, or Prague, or like in your face, just like what I did with Avengers, where it just goes to Wakanda and the big letters in your face. I think that's probably their trademark. Speaking about that, this is a international film to travel, mostly Europe, to travel all over the place. It always baffles me how suddenly it cuts, yep, they're there, cuts just there, fast traveling, almost like teleportation. But hey, that's the one, get straight to the point, right? So this film is about 2 hours and 10 or so minutes, and yeah, action packed. Speaking about that, this has a lot of good action. But back to my point, I think that my issue is it's got great action. I like the cast. Chris Evans, in my opinion, steals the show. I think the storyline is very cliche. Ryan Gosling's character, he plays Court Gentry, I think. I've got such a short memory. I just watched it as well. He plays a generic hero, anti-hero, agent, gone rogue kind of person. You know, he's an expert in hand-to-hand combat weaponry. You know, the usual cliches, and he's the best you have, and he's the last of the grey man. He goes in. No, he goes and I'm skipping all over the place. He's going to the first hit. It was actually Sierra. He's actually Sierra 6. They call him 6. Then he finds out the target he was hunting is called a Sierra 4, and Sierra 4 knows all about him. And a character called Danny, I can't remember the main sort of bad guy sort of thing. He's in charge of CIA operative sort of thing. He's got some dirt on him, like some, they're trying to blackmail him or something like that. He can expose the agency in his special encrypted chip in his necklace. So it tells him about that, and then before he dies, gives him some word of advice: don't trust anyone. The usual cliche. Gives it to him. Ryan Gosling goes away and runs away, and then he gets he gets hunted by the agency. So the head of the CIA or the operation called Danny, I can't remember his surname now, well, played by a British actor called Reggie Jean Page. That's a French name, I think, a British actor. He's actually pretty good in this film. So he gets a hit, gets all his agent, tries to hunt him down, but Ryan Gosling being the best of the best, he escapes. So he calls in Chris Evans, Lloyd Hansen, and he does all the dirty work for the agent. He has no alliances. He doesn't have to follow rules. So he's like, so they get him to do all the dirty work. What I love about his character is he's so obnoxious. Really, it's funny sometimes. I think Chris Evans really enjoyed playing that role. The way he dresses, he's just annoying. His mustache, his hair, slick back. I just think that Chris Evans really enjoyed playing the role, and you can see it. That's why I enjoyed his character so much. I think he's been playing like Captain America for so long and playing these goody two-shoe characters. I think he's just kind of enjoyed playing this kind of snarky, sarcastic bad guy. Just kills people for fun. So I think that's why I like his character so much. It's the total opposite of Ryan Gosling, and this is where I think the film kind of falls short a little bit. You got a great bad guy like Chris Evans. He's quite a unique bad guy, and you can see Chris Evans, the actor, having fun. Where Ryan Gosling's character, Court Gundry, he's your usual one-of-the-mill cookie cutter kind of a hero, which kind of bored me a bit because I was actually rooting for Chris Evans halfway through the film. I actually wanted Chris Evans to get the disk drive or the USB stick back and just kind of kill Gosling's character. I know that's how good I liked Chris Evans' character. All the characters are great. I think the cast is great. Hand-to-hand combat is pretty good. The gun scenes are pretty good. The set pieces. I think that comes with given now with the Russo brothers, what they've done in the last few of their films, big action-packed movies are done. But I just think the weakness is definitely the plot. I mean, because from the beginning when Billy Bob Thornton, man, I tell you, I probably pronouncing names, when he hired him and joined the CIA and trains him, and 18 years pass. In those 18 years, Ryan Gosling must have done some dirty work, right? Killed people, assassinated people, and then out of the blue, for some bizarre reason, he finds a conscience, and just takes a job, and even though his life is on the danger, he just doesn't think about it, doesn't question Sierra 4. Is he lying? It just changes. It doesn't build to that reason why. I think during the whole film they do have some flashback scenes where they're trying to justify his character a little bit for him, so the audience can see why he's got a bit of more morals. Speaking about morals, there is a scene I did like in the beginning, kind of to show his moral, where he's underneath the club scene in Bangkok, right? And he got this special weapon you can see through infrared. He's about to take a target, and they'll celebrate New Year's or something, and then the little kid, part of the family, runs into the area where they're about to assassinate. And it showcases Ryan Gosling's character's got a bit of a conscience, so he doesn't take the hit. So he kind of deviates from the plan and goes like, hand to hand, close range killing sort of thing. So that kind of showcased a little bit about why he's got a bit of morals. And then later on, there's a flashback between Billy Bob Thornton character, Donald Fitzgerald, and his niece, and how Chris Evans kidnaps her and uses Billy as the information to, use your stuff, entice, or draws out Ryan Gosling's character, usual stuff like that. And there's a flashback in Hong Kong where there's about a 10-minute scene where it showcases the Billy Bob Thornton's niece and Ryan Gosling kind of get together, how he protects her, and it kind of creates this kind of bond. So I showcase a bit about that, but still, it doesn't really explain why he just listens to Sierra Ford, takes the necklace and the chip, and just kind of deviates and becomes rogue. And he has a whole agency gunning for him, so things like that. And on the topic of that as well, when he's working with Anna, my God, my pronunciation, Danny, she plays in it, her name's Danny. Anyway, she was in the last Bond movie. Also, she was in the Knives Out, so she actually, and she was in the, Blade Runner 2046 with Ryan Gosling. So she's actually been in films with both Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling. And she plays an agent at the beginning to assist Ryan Gosling, and of course, the whole mission went messed up. And she said during it's all like a question. She only just met him then, and then suddenly she just joins him or trusts him. So I think that's an issue. Just like, wow, okay, you only met this person and you're putting your life on the line for him. So that is a bit, in my opinion, it's a bit quite far-fetched. But hey, it's a movie. There was a good scene though when Danny was interrogating her, the head of the operation, Danny, and he got a message. He's reading it, and he was wearing glasses, and that's how Danny saw the reflection and knew where Ryan Gosling was. So she goes and saves him in Prague. And the Prague scene, that's probably the best shootout, the best action sequences. Most action films always have probably the best action sequence in the middle. Another cool character I did like was, I am not even going to try to pronounce his name, an Indian actor. I liked his character. He's in it for not too long, but he has he got hired to get the chip back and to kill Ryan Gosling. And there's a brilliant scene where, I think it's in the hospital, where he tracks Ryan Gosling down and Danny and retrieves the key. There's a good hand-to-hand combat. What I liked about this is it's actually quite subtle, but I really do like it, is this. There's been so many kind of films, especially in the last few years, where they really kind of have loads of females who's, getting into hand-to-hand combat. He plays agents, like spies. And I quote, what's his name? Critical Drinker. And when they do hand-to-hand combat, where he says, accommodating stuntman. And it's true, you don't get a 80-pound female throwing a 6-foot-plus man who's properly trained all over the place. So, but her character is quite good because she's tough enough. You believe that she can handle herself. But during the fight between the Indian actor Ryan Gosling and her, you can clearly see she was the weaker one, and Ryan Gosling was the tough one, where he held his own. Where every time Anna was getting into the mix of the fight, the Indian actor just throw her away, just block a couple of punches and throw her away. So that was a good eye for detail. I really did like that, because you can clearly see that she can handle herself, but at the same time, when she fights a trained assassin, a male assassin, you can see she falls short, and that's a good touch. I don't want to sound sexist or anything like that, but at the end of the day, an 80-pound woman ain't gonna, throw a trained male. It's impossible almost. But as in saying that, I think it's realistic enough that she can handle herself with kind of the minor the minor threats. You can beat a couple hand-to-hand combat. When he comes down to a fully trained male, you can clearly see she was, not up to the standard. So that is a good detail that the Russo brothers put in. So anyway, I'm going all over the place. This film, I do enjoy it, but the story was pretty generic. Action was great. I like the casting. I think that Chris Evans is, in my opinion, steals the show. Oh, speaking about another cast, Wagner Moura. Sorry, again, the guy who plays Pablo Escobar in Netflix TV show Narcos. He's in there. He plays a kind of like a crazy counterfeiter who wants to know when Ryan Gosling was kind of trying to get a fake passport. And there's a cool little scene where he goes, "Yeah, pick a name that people forget, like John, etc. And then if you're gonna go to Ecuador, and use someone called Pablo." That's pretty good. I like that little nod to his character. So anyway, I recommend this. I'm going to do something from now. I'm going to give it a score, 1 to 10. So I rate this a 7 out of 10. Great action, great set pieces. I'm a big fan of the Russo brothers. I really like to see what I do next. Great cast, I said. The only downfall is the story. Story was weak, too generic. And also, I think Ryan Gosling's character as well was a bit paper thin. I think that Chris Evans' character a lot better, the counter of the good guy, I suppose. But overall, it was a fun film. 7 out of 10. It's better than. It's actually one of the better Netflix movies out there. This one and one that Chris Helmsworth was in, I think a year ago, where he had to go to Pakistan. That film, I can't remember what it's called now. So those, in my opinion, are the two best Netflix films so far. But I think Chris Helmsworth's one just beats this. But like I said, 7 out of 10. Check it out if you have Netflix subscription. Anyway, thanks for watching. And please do subscribe for more talking geeky stuff. Until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And please stay safe. Goodbye.